I'm ready.
Alright, let's do it.
What is going on, y'all? We are back with episode 1B. We ain't gonna go any further in that one.
No, maybe further down the line.
Episode 1B. They'll know somehow, some way once we jump in episode 2 and there be no other
right.
A's and B's.
Right.
But welcome, we are back here again, episode 1.2. How you feel? This is the official, non-messed up one. So far, so good. Everything is good so far, so good.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all.
I'm happy about that. I made sure I moved everything over, made sure that was on airplane mode, the whole 9 yards.
Well, everybody that I talked to about the situation basically said the same thing. You know what you have to do in the first episode. You got the kinks out of what you needed to do with the situation. So that's definitely a positive. It's a plus.
Yeah, definitely, man. So I guess since they don't know anything about us from the last episode, I guess we got to I guess it's pretty much like almost a recap.
I know, right?
It's like a recap of a non-recap.
Facts.
So I'm Dre.
I'm Lamont.
We business partners, as y'all both see. Decided to run a podcast based on the conversations and relationship that we have. And hopefully we'll, resonate towards an audience that understand how both opinions feel, both parties feel, and go from there.
Yeah, definitely. Different opinions on a lot of things, but still can be able to come together and not demonize each other on what we speak about, but learn from each other and gather information that we didn't know before. So I believe that's the best part about what you're seeing on this podcast from us is a learning experience and an overall aspect of everything. And
just having fun with it while we just conversing, man. Because what's the point of conversing and not having fun about it? You know what I mean?
Right, everything can't be too serious.
Yeah,
There's a time and a place for everything is what that was.
Yeah, true. So, let's have some fun with it. Some things, again, most people will agree and disagree on. But
absolutely,
that's for us to target the audience that we're trying to target and then weave out that stuff, I guess. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Especially the facts of, it's good to be able to agree and disagree, but still be able to come together for a common bond of not only understanding each other, but humanity and learning that we come from different areas, but as humans ourselves, we are, one and the same, just different aspects of it.
True.
Oh, also, happy Air Max 1 day.
Yes, I ain't got my Air Maxes. Yo, I can't believe I got rid of all my Air Maxes, man.
Man, how dare you?
I thought I had my Volt Air Max 1s, and I went upstairs and I'm like, yeah, I got rid of those.
Oh, come on, man. You at least gotta have one pair.
One of the most comfortable Air Maxes I had.
You need
I
at
got
least
rid of them.
one pair of Air Max in the stash.
Can't believe it, man.
I don't care if you gotta wear it as a house shoe.
Yeah. So happy Air Max Day for real, man.
Yeah.
I'm a premature sneakerhead. So
I'm probably about as well as you are.
Yeah, I'm a premature. I'm not a big sneakerhead, but I'm not.
I do enough.
Yes. I like what I like. I like what I like too. That's another thing.
And the crazy thing about it is, and I think we talked about this before, it's funny how what people are wearing now when we were in school you got made fun of. True.
Listen, if I was in high school now with the stuff that I wore then, I'll be good as golden. Now people look at FUBU sneakers and one sneakers. They look at that stuff now like, yo, that's the culture.
It's the nostalgia effect of it, and I think that's the best part about it, because there was times you didn't have a specific brand, you got the side eye look, but now since certain brands are coming back out now and it's more the nostalgia feel of it, and when you get seen with it, even you know what you're wearing them for, somebody else will see them and their face will go, yo, I remember when. It's the feel of it,
Yo, you know what's so funny? As it's Air Max Day, the FUBUs that I had growing up, resemble the remember the Air Maxes that had like the 3-tone colors? They was like purple, silver,
and it like kind of like bleeded.
Yeah, it bleeded into each other. I forgot what those was. I think
they used to have the jerseys like that too.
Yes, dude, I had the FUBU Air Max versions, man. Wow. I had the FUBU version, the Air Maxes, man.
I remember they had the jerseys like that.
Yo, that was so funny, man.
And everybody had a specific jersey, especially if you came from a big city. So you had that city on. And then they came out with, you know, your area jersey, depending on what local brands you probably had or whatever. I remember that.
Yeah. So, let's get into this. What inspired you to want to even do a podcast?
Well, inspired me to do a podcast, basically, is there's a lot of information that is out there, and there is information that we don't know. And I've always been a ball of useless information. Mm-hmm. So I thought as much information that I know, I felt that other people may need to know or maybe want to know.
True. Okay. I hear you on that one. Mine, I talk too damn much. So I figured, why not talk, man? You know what I mean? It's like, yo, right. I talk so much about, I touch on a lot of topics and I talk about certain things so much. I felt, why not just speak on it on a bigger platform and reach more than the one party that you're talking to? Because a lot of times, especially with myself, if I say something and around a certain group of people, it's like I get looked at like I'm crazy because of my belief on that particular topic or subject.
Right.
So I felt like for me to not be crazy, I know that there's other people that feel the same way I feel. Right. And I would like to touch those type of people and get their perspective on those touchy subjects or whatnot. Because they may feel 95% of what I'm saying, but then have a different perspective that could possibly make me even think like, oh, I didn't think about it that way. You know what I mean? You possibly right. You know, you possibly right on that one. I didn't think about it in that nature of it, of a aspect. So
I think that's the best part about it though also as well, because we all going through certain situations. And us going through certain situations, it's good to understand what that person is actually going through and what makes them tick, what makes them do certain things, especially if you're able to build on a relationship with a person and you slowly get to understand and they open up to you and you're like, oh, this is why they do this is why they do that. And especially for our community, it's hard to do that without being down and frowned upon, you know, being able to open up because we're so in ourselves that we don't want anybody to know about us because it makes us feel vulnerable.
Correct.
So, you know, I think that's the best part of being able to converse with each other and understand
and with touching on that, I was living that experience.
Right.
Growing up, I kept everything bottled in, kept everything quiet to myself. Most people didn't understand who I was as a person unless I trusted you. You know what I mean?
To give you that part of me.
Yeah. And even then, you know, some of those people was like, yo, eventually, dude, you're going to have to talk and let it out. And because I kept casting everybody away.
Without them understanding
why. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So again, for me, this gives me a better perspective on understanding, for other people to understand me, not for me to understand, but for other people to understand me, and then for me to understand the opposite of how I feel about certain things. So, you know, give it to me. I'm not always right. I'm never always right with what I got going on and what I got to say.
And that's the first step. The first step is basically admitting that.
Yeah, I'm not always right.
Saying? Instead of just being like, it's my way or the highway. Even though my cup say the captain is always right and I'm the captain. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a Navy thing. You know what I'm saying? Especially for a brother like me, you know, being a sailor and everything. So anything naval and nostalgic, that's my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I definitely understand that aspect. It's very hard for you to come out and express yourself when you're always taught to hold your stuff in, or if you hold your stuff in, it makes you weaker than what you really are. You know what I'm saying? But that's the best thing about being able to do what we're doing now, being able to express what we express. And even if it's not a lot of people, it's someone that can say, I understand what you're saying, I feel what you're saying, I know. And that's what the main goal.
And a lot of times when a person didn't understand what I was saying, I used to go about it. That's why I don't say nothing. That's why I don't say nothing. That's why I'm gonna just keep my mouth shut. And it's like, no, that was just the wrong person that you conversed with. You know what I mean? It was just the wrong person. It wasn't. Don't let that one person shut you out of the rest of the world. You know what I mean? Because they didn't understand how you felt about that issue. So I learned to just keep it moving. You know what I mean? If you don't agree, it's not for me to be like, you know what, I'm done messing with you. It's no, I'm leaving that alone. I'm not about to force nothing on you. You're not about to force nothing on me. Let's just agree to disagree. You know what I mean? And keep it moving.
And that's an honest report with that too.
For real, yo.
Definitely respect that. Definitely.
Because I done told you, man, I ain't got that type of time no more in my life, dude. I ain't got that. I spend too much energy on the wrong stuff, man, for me to keep on going.
Yeah, ain't it amazing how that works when you were just able to just do what you want and didn't have like a care in the world about it?
Yep.
But then when it actually came down to things having to be done in a specific time or a specific manner, or there are things that need to be taken care of, now it turns into, I have responsibilities that I have to take care of. You know? And I don't like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
it depends.
At the same time, it puts a fire under your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To basically get into what you need to do and take care of. Once you realize what you need to do and take care of. If you're just living it, just be living, as my grandma would say. You know, it's just like, I don't care. I'm just going to do what I got to do, and if whatever happened the next day, what happened.
A lot of people live like that too, man. They just live to live.
It's too much to do.
We talk about dreams and ambitions and goals, and they just sit there and quiet, man. Quiet as a mouse.
Quiet as a mouse, won't leave out of the area that they're from to see more because of thinking that there's something maybe possibly going to happen to them, or they just are so comfortable with being in that box of an area that it's just, I don't know nothing else but this.
Yep.
You know, and
that's crazy, man. I noticed I like your hat color, man. I like our sequences today. You got the red hat. I got the blue one on with the same color shirts.
Yo, I know.
So I kind of like that kind of sequence right now, man.
That's a cool season. I like the blockway of this color connection for the Bills hat. This is my second one. My first one that I have is signed by, because I like all kinds of music.
Yeah.
And my first one that I have is signed by African American country singers. And a lot of people don't, you know, we do country too, you know.
Your Bills hat?
My Bills hat.
Okay.
So this is the other hat that I have that I can actually wear. My other hat has autograph by Kane Brown, Jimmy Allen, you know.
And he a local, right?
No. These is no. These is local country singers. Not local. Sorry. These are country singers. These are black country singers that have made it to the forefront.
I thought Kane Brown was from our area though.
No, he from where is he from? He's from Georgia. Kane Brown from Georgia.
Huh. Well, I thought he was from Buffalo that whole time.
Oh, dude, nah.
That is crazy.
Bro, I say trust me, no.
I thought that he was from Buffalo, yo. That whole time.
No, not at all.
Wow.
But that hat, that.
So we don't got no country singer that's popular from here.
It's very hard. Okay, number one, me personally, I feel like being a minority in the country music industry is already hard. You know, shout out to the legendary Charlie Pride, one of the original black country singers that opened up.
Here go your knowledge
that
dropping.
Opened up a lot of doors for a lot of black country singers. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, there are people, you know, and you know, there are people that feel a certain way about country singers nowadays in general. It's not the classic sliding guitar, violin music, so they kind of down it the same way people do hip hop. You know, the transformation from the original b-boy to what you see now.
We just talked about that last week.
We talked about that too. The more technological wise of it, it's kind of frowned upon. So things like that we are starting to see, start to come around. Times change. Do you have to change with it? No. Is it good to change with it? Yes, but still keep that same attitude to keep that history going, because those who do not know history are doomed to repeat it.
So there is a country singer, not black though, but there is a country singer from Buffalo.
From Buffalo, yeah. Well, from Buffalo, no.
No, it is.
I'm sorry.
From Buffalo.
I'm sorry, let me rephrase that.
He's just not black.
Yeah.
Tom Hambridge.
Okay.
From Buffalo.
So now I gotta look into him now.
And then you got Krista Marie, she from Batavia. Ruthie Collins from Fredonia. So there's a couple people in our area.
Yeah, see now
that came up.
So now I gotta like look into this.
But I thought Kane Brown was really from Buffalo, yo.
Oh no, dude,
I swear.
I put it like this.
Down, I thought he was.
I done
from
seen this man more times than I needed to.
That's why I felt he was from here, because I felt like he come here a lot, and a lot of people go see him. I honestly thought that's why he was from here.
The first time
that's crazy, yo.
The first time I went to go see him, we went to go see him in where did we go? It was a county fair in Pennsylvania. That's how we seen him and how he started, at a county fair. And then as he got big, and we got a chance to actually see him in what's the name of our stadium downtown now? I'm so old
Highmark?
school. Yeah. I'm so
no. You said downtown.
Yeah.
That's not a stadium no more.
Not a stadium.
The arena.
The arena.
I think it's Highmark.
I'm so old school. I still call that stuff HSBC or
for real.
I don't even. That's how bad I am, but it's still. But we watched him go from playing in county fairs to actually being there and being front row and seeing him and showing him mad love and being
it's
like,
KeyBank still.
It's still KeyBank?
It's still KeyBank.
So
I thought they changed it again, because they keep changing it.
They keep changing it.
Because it was HSBC.
Right.
And then it went to, okay. Oh, okay.
Was it First Niagara?
I thought it was First Niagara too.
Maybe.
But then KeyBank bought out all those HSBCs in the city, and that's probably why they bought the rights to the stadium.
Got it.
Especially if they... So HSBC must have sold it to KeyBank.
Gotcha.
Because they bought them out, or they closed up all those branches.
Oh.
I didn't know that. I thought it was something different. I definitely thought it was the Highmark that was the same, but that's the Bill Stadium.
Right. That's the Bill Stadium, right.
Yep.
So basically that's the whole situation with the reason why I got two of these red and white block hats, in a nutshell.
I just got this because I'm a local.
Hey man, how many locals you see with other hats?
Me. Because listen.
I like hats.
I got 1,001 hats, and I will wear the same one hat all day long. I wear my Sabres hat though, the black one. I'll wear that all day long.
I got a fly Sabres hat that I found the perfect flannel for, because it had the same blocking color of it, and I was like, I just gotta find a hat for it. And it took me like a year or two to actually find a decent hat.
Did you watch that game yesterday? I seen it when I was at the bar. Dude, I was so mad they lost that shootout.
It seems like we have a roller coaster when it comes to us.
I thought we had that game, yo.
We'll ride the wave in the beginning, and then we'll get in this empty block, and then like towards the end you'll see like the uprising again, and then it turns into a roller coaster.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
Well, that's the life of a Buffalo fan in just period. Unless you're a fan of the Bandits.
Yo, I watched a couple of the games. I'm a fan of the Bandits. It's like the only winning team we got here, man.
Yeah, definitely. I remember when they had the streak in the 90s, man. I was like, that wave, my uncle...
No, it went into the 2000s, too.
Yeah.
It went into because they won in the 2000s.
Right.
Sometime, that was like delayed, actually, like 2010, 2009, around that area. I think they were still winning.
I believe so.
I think they were still winning around that time.
I think that's one of the last teams that we have that actually shows up and shows out, so to speak.
Sometimes it's the Bisons too.
I'll go
Sometime.
to a Bison's game.
All day, every day, dude. I'll go to a I love going to a Bison's game, yo.
I enjoy the atmosphere, especially coming from a small city like where we at right now.
Yo, if I ain't find my Bills hat, that's what I was gonna wear, was a Bison hat. I got a nice little white knitted joint, man.
2008.
That was the last time they won?
2008. Yep. Sure was.
Yeah, I remember them busting though.
Yeah. We had a little.
Okay, so they won the ring in 08, but they keep winning the titles.
Yeah, we keep titles, yeah.
Yeah, so we
hold
keep
it down. We hold it down when it comes to that. You know, and that's and if you have I encourage people, especially people of our color, to go witness these. You don't have to witness the same major sports that we're accumulated to our whole life. Football, basketball, and if maybe give or take, maybe baseball.
Yeah.
Go see lacrosse. Go watch soccer. I like soccer. And I didn't really start liking soccer until I was in the military and got stationed overseas.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a chance to watch Spain actually win the championship. And I was there at the time and watching that happen. And I was like...
That atmosphere is just totally different, man.
It's that Europe atmosphere.
Yeah, that atmosphere.
And when they won the championship that year, and I was hanging out, they had the Spanish flags, like, in the middle of the street. And the cars was driving under the flags. They shut the city down. They had like this big monument in the middle of the city. The cops was letting the kids play in the fountains. They took like 4 days off. I wanted to be Spanish that day because I wanted to take some days off.
That's for real, man.
But
for
that
real.
was like my introduction to watching soccer. So I like watching Spain play, but I'm a Liverpool Fight Club fan.
See, I don't watch too much soccer. I watch it, but I don't know it enough to speak on the sport.
I know enough there because I like the team.
I just know Messi.
See, that's the basics.
Yeah, you throw a name out there, Messi.
Okay, let's see.
Is that Ronaldo? Is he the same person?
I believe so. I believe Messi is the same person. That's like if I say, do you know who Pele is?
No.
That's one of like the best soccer players from Brazil. One of the best.
Yeah, see, like I said, I can't speak on the
Lionel, his name is Lionel Messi. It's Lionel Messi. Definitely. But that was like my introduction to watching soccer. So
what about the you know what sport I like is the one with the balls, curling.
Yo, curling is...
I can get into curling.
Yo, curling is one of the best sports ever created.
I can get into curling.
Curling is amazing. I actually have a USA curling hoodie.
I can get into curling.
We were...
And believe it or not, I'm low-key interested in croquet.
See, that's different from me. I never watched croquet.
I'm low-key interested in it, yo.
That's croquet. I never thought about that. I got the curling from just thinking it was funny. We were on a deployment and it was the Olympics and they had...
No, they play that downtown.
They had
ice.
they had the Olympic game in the mess room or the cafeteria room, and we was just making fun of it, just watching it. And then I sat there and started watching it and got hooked on it. Like, yo, this is really lit. And then like ever since then, I've been like a fan of watching curling. Plus, there's a guy, I'm gonna find his name, who was curling in the fly pair of SBs. Yo, it was epic.
Yo, for real. Yo. This be crazy though. Yeah, man, I'm happy, y'all. So this is the start of the podcast. This is the start of a new journey for us, man. Yo, favorite color is green. I'm starting my own business on top of this business.
There we go.
Yo, life is starting to be good. How you feel about life nowadays? We starting to turn things around a little bit pre or post COVID. We starting to turn a little bit of it around.
I'm happy.
I'm happy we just out, man.
I'm happy
with no freaking mask, man.
Yo.
I'm just now I see they starting to you see them CEOs from the flights now starting to tell Biden to drop that now.
Well, one would hope they would do, especially when you look at the statistics of being able to, if you kind of go into the situation of being on those planes and everything, I can have my mask down to eat, but if I'm not eating, I have to put my mask on.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand the healthy.
Yo, could you
aspects and
imagine being on a
concerns.
flight for 8 hours with just that on and then it pushing your ears and all that? That's why I hate those masks.
I'm quite sure it was hard for a lot of people.
I hate wearing it, Ubering still.
Oh, right.
Cause you still got to drive. Like they haven't canceled it for any of the transportation yet.
Right. I think that's going to take
So,
some time.
that
Hopefully they get the numbers down and
flights-
accurate numbers. You know.
Well, they keep on making up another variant all the dang on time. That's the aggravating part about it. But I'm actually happy that we getting back into life, man. I'm traveling. I thought traveling was going to be painful
Which
after this.
Which I'm very proud of you for traveling, man.
yo.
I told you, man. The first thing I told you, man, is get up and get out.
Yo, yeah, I'm about to get up and get out again too. I'm out. I'm going somewhere.
You gotta go somewhere.
But I'm happy though. Like the travel like is not as painful as I thought it was going to be. I thought that the rules was going to be more stricter. I thought even if you just remotely even just pull the mask down past your nose, you'll be on a no-fly list. You know what I mean?
I think it's more.
So
it's more of the aggressiveness towards the situation that they were concerned about.
Speaking of flights, did you see that one video with the guy that wasn't able to see his son and he knocked out the one? He knocked out the one dude at the register at the airport.
Whoa.
Yo. Man took off his stuff and was like, yo, you gotta give me this fade, man. You gotta give me this fade, bro. I can't see my son.
No way.
He walked around the airport joint where the people be at behind, where they looking at your flights and stuff. Mm-hmm. He walked right behind that joint and just snuffed dude.
Oh.
He said, yo, you gotta give me that fade, man. Yo, I died.
What was the situation about?
Laughing. I have no idea, but dude was hot.
Bro. Good luck getting off the fly list.
Yo, it's over. It's over.
You and Greyhound is about to be best friends.
It's over. You ain't flying nothing.
Wait, I don't even want to even think about remembering.
Not
Greyhound,
flying nothing.
Not after that, man.
I took a Greyhound though once.
Bro, that was some of my first trips was Greyhound.
It felt more comfortable than that goddamn flight from Frontier.
You stupid.
I'm telling you, dude, that's I don't even want to speak on that flight because I might need that flight one day. I might need their services one day, so let me not speak all too much on it.
Man, the Greyhounds, man, if you ain't doing that was my travel. That was my traveling. If I couldn't spend money to get a plane to come from Virginia to Buffalo when I was in the military, I was on a Greyhound.
And how long is that fly? From here?
Wait, the flight from...
The flight, yeah, from here to Virginia.
The flight from here to Virginia, I'm not even sure. I don't even remember. I don't even remember. I know that that bus trip was something, stopping in all those little depots, smelling the chicken and all kinds of food in those areas just to get on the flights, man.
Yo, speaking of food, when I was laid over, I spent $100 on 3 tacos.
Dang.
And 2 drinks in the airport. I said never again, yo.
No way.
Never again.
That's how it usually be, though.
No.
That's how they.
Don't tell me 3 tacos and 2 drinks cost that much.
That's how it usually be. You think you can have your good time, but it's gonna cost you in the airport.
Listen, I was about to start smuggling some BK up in that joint. I'll smuggle some Burger King before I do that again.
He said go smuggling.
For real, dude, that was ridiculous. And he rigging it up. I'm like, is that right? Is you? Oh yeah, that's so much. I'm like, Yo, I think I paid
I know
for
the
it.
drive, okay, the drive from Buffalo to Niagara is 9 hours and 28 minutes to Norfolk.
Okay.
From Buffalo to Norfolk. It's 9 hours.
So the fly probably be what, 4, 3?
Yeah, if you ain't got no layover here, maybe like 3, possibly 3.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all, man.
No, especially with time you left, time you'll leave or whatever.
I mean, and the fact that sometime leaving out of Virginia or having to pass through Virginia, that's just the worst traffic in the world, yo, driving.
Trust me, man, I had to deal with that. But the cool thing about that trip is, because we had made that trip before, you can stop. We enjoy stopping in D.C. because we like stopping in D.C. for the monuments and everything there.
See, because I drove through Virginia when I went to Myrtle Beach.
Mm.
And it was just I didn't stop anywhere though. That was just a straight shoot
shot.
there. Yep.
Right.
Yep. Like we ain't stopped nowhere. And I was just, even the traffic from Virginia Beach was like, dang, man.
Yo, I'll tell you, try and make that trip being down there every morning, trying to get up at 4:30, going through the tunnel.
Yo,
Having to get through the tunnel.
we had to probably been stuck for like 50 minutes to an hour and a half,
I wouldn't doubt it.
Just waiting for the through traffic.
You have to understand, that's also a military town. So you have all branches in the military, all military spouses.
So they all just going through there.
Everybody, it's a heavy traffic area. East Coast wise, you got Norfolk, you got Jacksonville. Down south, you got Texas, and then you got California.
That's the busy spots to go
those are
through.
the busy areas of heavy traffic. As you can see, Norfolk, because they're closer to DC.
And then you said getting to Detroit, you can go through Toronto, right?
We went through Canada. We went through Canada to get to Detroit quicker. And my dad put me on that one.
But you just need your.
You try to get through. Please open up soon, Canada. I need you.
Please, y'all. Cause I want to go over there and chill out. Yo, here go that video real fast. Like when I tell you, dude was hot.
Did it say why or he just?
No, it just say welcome to the no-fly list.
No.
Look at him. He like, yo, I need the fade, bro.
Oh man.
Look at him taking everything off.
They ain't even. Yo. And the crazy thing is, the man that work at the airport, it ain't even his fault. He just doing his job. Like, yo, you on the list, man. What list?
Look, he pressing women and all that, man.
But that's the sad thing, though. Especially now. There's cats on no fly list that don't even know it, and you try and go somewhere and they tell you that there's nothing you can do about it. And for the fact that you got to find out about it. And you find out about it in this format.
That's crazy. Yo, how long do it take for you to get off the no-fly list?
I don't even know. And I believe it. And I wouldn't even look that up because that's probably subject to interpretation, especially what's going on now.
Just straight take my IP address and be like, what do he got going on that he had to ask that? I'll pass. That's crazy though, because you sit there and you would want to think though, what would, like, how do you just mysteriously be on the no-fly list?
You guys understand there's many ways you could probably go on the no-fly list. Whatever they deem necessary that you are a flight risk.
Even if you never flew. It's just like something that is just out there. You can never fly ever in your life.
Know if you want to go down that rabbit hole with how people end up on flight lists that you don't need to be on.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, dude. That is crazy. That's crazy.
That's a whole different.
That though, I see why you would be on there because your erratic behavior.
But it doesn't happen that way. Also.
No, I mean if he wasn't on the no-fly list, you just made yourself on the no-fly list.
Oh, that absolutely.
You know what I mean? So that I can understand.
As we can see,
but
that's going off emotions.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
But you must have been on a no-fly list prior because you cannot get on that flight.
Not even prior. They probably put him on a no-fly list there's a lot of reasons why people are on no-fly lists especially at this moment in time in our current situation, that there are people on no-fly lists that they don't even know about. So something like that, who knows what the reason may be.
You could probably be related to somebody that did some shit that you don't even know they did no shit.
And your name is on. And
your name is associated.
You be like, I don't
with
even
them.
know. And then you're trying to conversate with these people,
Your
and
cousin,
they're gonna give you a runaround.
Yeah, your cousin from Houston done did some stuff, and they found out y'all two was the best of cousins.
And y'all just going back and forth. So until we find out about what you got going on, we want you to sit back.
Dang, man, that sucks, yo.
Well,
yo, I'll be so hot, man. I'll be livid, yo.
yeah, that's how you.
I'll be livid. So what can they expect from us, man?
Well, I'm hoping they can expect.
I want some fun. I want some engagement. I want some disagreement. I want some agreement.
Oh, I
want it all.
Got a lot of that.
I want it all, man.
We gonna have a lot
I want
of
to
that.
talk about anything that comes to our minds and our weeks. These podcasts, for me, I would like to speak on a lot of sociology, if that makes sense. I would love to speak on the social behaviors that a lot of us present to the world, because I think a lot of people don't understand society and how it formed and how it works and why we are associated in certain ways because of the term society. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that, like the East Side, West Side, those are deemed part of the reason why certain people don't like the West Side, don't like the East Side, is pretty much based on what society deemed it as. It's the worst areas, low poverty, loaded. But then you sit there and you go in those areas, and those are the areas that can help you in ways you never knew can help you.
Well, it also goes with how much you're willing to understand that area of culture, because we have to understand that the areas that we are in now have changed over the years. So it turns into wanting to understand the culture of that nature.
Not all want to understand, though.
And not all understand. And that's the thing about, learning, understanding borders, language, and culture, which is my favorite thing to understand and study. So I believe that that's also a key thing,
Hell yeah, man.
That's why I believe in things such as borders, language, and culture, so you can understand each one.
Borders, language, and culture. What's the borders? Is that travel? Like
travel? Because you can't have a society without borders. You just can't have one big open area. And if you do have one big open area, you're not able to understand. Everybody's the same. And everybody is not the same. And trying to make everyone the same is false, because we're all different. And we all come with certain things with us. We all come with baggage. We all come with something that makes us who we are, that's different from the other person, but could possibly be similar in other ways. Format. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Second one. Is that borders? Language.
Everybody should learn. We all know for the most part, English is basically the main language. But I can't get mad at someone if they speak another language from another country. I can hope to basically, if I choose to, because once again, these are things that you have to want to do with yourself. Do I even want to interact and understand a little bit of their language? And maybe learning a little bit of that language will open up more doors to learning more languages, because this is a huge globe that we live in. And to understand other people's cultures and history is how we're able to grow and understand each other, instead of making people adopt to one culture and one nation and a one world government basically, because we're all different. That's how the Most High made us. He made us different. He didn't make us all the same.
And what was the last one?
Well, last one was culture. You gotta have some type of culture.
Gotcha.
But at the same time, as much as I respect your culture, you have to understand that there's another culture, and we have to piggyback off each other. I can't down you for learning. I can't down you for your culture.
True.
You know what I'm saying? I would just hope to enjoy the melting pot of your culture and to absorb it into everything that I do.
Which is more so all. That's all in the sociology, I think. To be honest, I think it's all related to sociology somehow, some way, because you have to understand those things and understand why a certain person moved the way they move, and then how the reason why you move the way you move. It's part of the societies that we've been taught.
Right. I'm not asking to understand you. I'm just asking to know about what it is. I'm not trying to, be a part of it as much as possible. I just want to know the foundation.
Like somebody else that keep on learning all type of different fucking languages for no reason.
Yo, it's to grow. There was a friend that I used to have that used to say, I refuse for a computer to know more than me. So that would mean that
that's crazy.
Even though I wouldn't say it's too hard. I would say we have to understand that a computer is basically mimicking what you're basically given. You just have to tap into that potential of wanting to use that thing of a noggin that you have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People that learn multiple languages, people that learn multiple skills, you have it in you to untap.
Yo, that's kind of crazy. I don't want to jump into that. That's going a little too deep, but
never too deep.
But it's crazy how the fact that like we don't even use all of our brain, but then AI technology literally uses the full spectrum of AI technology. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's mimicking what we have. They know what we have.
And then it's like one AI. Yeah, and it's like one AI.
And what is AI?
Artificial intelligence.
Boom. It's not real.
Exactly. I know. But you got multiple people from all areas inputting everything in a one AI.
Right.
Almost like
But you have to remember, now you ready? Now since you said that, now check this out. Someone has to put that in there.
Yes. It reminded me of that one Marvel movie with Iron Man. Mm-hmm. What was the
Jarvis?
Yes. No, not Jarvis. The other one. Oh no, that was Jarvis. That turns into the machine, right?
No. You talking about Ultron?
Ultron. Yeah. When he turned.
Ultron has some good points though. Don't judge me.
But what I'm saying is,
I like villains.
Look how he put all that information and technology into those machines, and then they came back and acted smarter than him. You know what I mean?
Because you have to understand. See, that's a whole.
But that's why I said I didn't want to jump. That's why I say I didn't want to jump too much into it because it just amazes me how.
Because you have to remember, whatever we put in is what we get from it.
Yeah.
They don't understand emotions. So if I told them everything about this is how war started, why they started, and I just type it in, but I don't give them the B-side, the flip side of the emotions of what they go through during those wars, the only thing you're going to think of is, this is why it happened. I can stop it from happening because this is what I was programmed with without understanding the other aspect of it. If that makes sense to you, know what I'm saying?
It makes sense. It makes sense. But that's why I said I didn't want to dig too deep in it.
But
it just amazes me like how like the 1% of my brain, the 1% of your brain, the 1% of his brain, everybody have like these small percentages we put into AI, and then this machine got way more knowledge and power than all three of us combined. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's just we
I know it just blow my mind, man.
It's crazy because you have to understand. Think about if you were able to tap into your the full potential of your brain.
But you are right though. We do.
Bro, I'll be a Shaolin monk, bro.
Oh yeah.
Enter the 36 chambers. Wu-Tang.
But you are right. Like Alexa probably know more about you than you know about yourself.
But that also goes what you want them.
Because you put it. Yeah. Because you give it to them.
If I just type in Alexa all day, different colors, that's what they're gonna get. They don't get nothing else. They don't get how I'm feeling. They don't get my emotions because
Alexa, turn on the lights. Andre, it's past 9 o'clock. You know that you do not see at night. You know that you know you be like, what?
You know what the heck was the name of that movie? There's a movie with Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson, and he basically fell in love with the Alexa. It's called Her. It's a 2013 film. He basically fell in love with his Alexa.
Because she knew all about him.
And she made him feel comfortable.
Because you gave her that comfortability. That's...
You know?
So you programmed yourself to make you love yourself.
And in a format of feeling loving and nurturing. Because the voice is what's nurturing.
And
she hit the fan, she hit the fan. Baby, calm down. Maybe you're right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, versus you telling your...
0 to 60, you know what I'm saying?
And in hindsight, it's really you telling yourself, yo, it's all right.
Calm down. Sometimes you need, once again, you need that outside source.
So, no, it's not even an outside source. It's your inner self coming from... an outside source of your body to tell you to calm down. Yo, that's wicked, yo. That's wicked, facts. Yo. That's like you treating Alexa like your mom, and then she's like, honey, just calm down. And you sit there like,
maybe you're right.
All right, ma, you're right. I'm bugging.
Right?
That's why
because
I'm here,
sometimes
honey. You sit there like...
Sometimes you need... See, that's a whole. Once again,
that's my
sometimes you can go 0 to 60 so far and so long. You can go from 0 to 60 before you need to have to finally put the brakes on. But what, as I call it, is going to be your God smack to tell you need to slow down. Some people accept it a little bit more aggressively than others, and some accept it in small increments. You know, it just depends on how when you accept that God smack, how do you going to deal with it? I'm doing the best I ever did. So I said God smack, so I had to go with that song. You know
speaking on God smack, how do you feel getting smacked by these gas prices, man?
You don't want
I stopped Ubering, man. I had to stop. Really? I had to stop Ubering for at least a week, dude, to get to try and figure out what else I need to do outside of Uber, because it's no longer in my benefit. It's no longer in my benefit. But it's supposed to basically help you. Are they not giving it an incentive to? The incentive is you have to ride 40 rides a week, which is not hard because you should be able to get like 10 rides a day minimum. Okay. If that is your permanent job, even if it's your part-time job, you can get at least a good 5 to 10 rides a day, depending on what time you start and what time you finish. But the fact of it is, you make 40 trips, and they're giving you $22 back.
Oh, really?
So after you make 40 trips, you get $22, and you're sitting there like, that's not even a quarter tank of gas anymore.
Wow.
It's not even a quarter tank of gas anymore. Yo, I had a half a tank of gas in my car. I went to go fill up, thinking, all right, I'm gonna fill this tank up and then just drive, make this money back, and keep it moving. I had a half a tank. I went to the spot. I give them 35 to tell them 35 on 7.
Okay.
I'm thinking,
I'm good to go.
That's good to go.
Right out, definitely.
At least, if not a full tank, I'll be like right. A little bit teeter-totter in there, that mark.
Ride the wave, basically. Right.
When I tell you, I filled my tank up to $35. I put the money in. I got in my car, started my car up. Dude, my car was at 3/4 of gas. I said, wait, time out.
That's
$35, and we're talking. It didn't make it past 3/4. It was touching 3/4. I said, yo, it take $35 for a quarter tank of gas now.
I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to deal with the inflation of gas prices.
That's crazy. And then food is going up.
You're just going to have to deal with the prices.
So imagine gas is going up, food going up. You just spent $100 to fill your tank to burn $20 of that.
Right.
To go to the restaurant to the market.
Right.
To spend $100
on food
on 4 items.
Give or take.
Then have to drive right back.
Now remember,
you just spent the half a tank.
We're from Buffalo. Maybe you want to make some chicken wing dip. So your price of I'm listening.
So a half a tank of gas. So $100 of food, which was 4 items, cost you a half a tank of gas.
Give or take, depending on where you're going.
And then you still got to do that the next day.
Well,
again.
Yes, we have to understand that certain situations
That's nuts,
happen with the climate.
And that's why we here today, trying to make something happen, man.
You know.
That's why we here trying to make that happen.
You know why gas is high.
We ain't gonna say it, but you know why.
Yo, I encourage you to look up a YouTube video of a man that went against Cuomo. And you probably seen it. It's called "The Rent Is Too Damn High."
Nope, I didn't.
I encourage you to look it up.
I'm gonna look it up tonight.
It's one of the greatest videos ever created.
But
my man had a mustache like Colonel Sanders.
You know why the rent high, or not the rent high. You know why that gas high. You know why that food high. I'm not gonna say it. He not gonna say it yet.
Yeah.
But you do know why. We know why. And you know why.
I hope you actually learn and dig for yourself to figure out.
You know what it is?
Why your rent and
I was just about to say, we can't tell them they know why.
No, you can't.
They should understand why.
They don't. No, you don't. Because if that was the case, we would be able to get out of a lot of situations that we put ourselves in.
True.
Sometimes, once again, you gotta get God smacked to, and hopefully there's someone around you. Maybe that weird tinfoil head uncle, cousin, aunt.
All I can say is
that can say, hey, maybe you need to look in this direction.
All I can say is y'all stumped on one man, y'all need to give that same treatment to the next man. That's all I can say. You beat up one man.
Beat up one man.
You need to beat up the one up now. Cause y'all beat that other one down like it was no other tomorrow coming. And now we got a tomorrow here.
It's crickets.
And now it's crickets. I don't get that, dude. I don't get that.
I get it. I get it.
I mean, I get it.
And the only reason why I get it is because us as humans, it's very hard to say
we're cowards.
We were wrong. Taking the full initiative of being in the wrong. And because we don't want to make that assumption, we are willing to just go on with the narrative. Because no one wants to say that they're wrong. No one does.
I don't like it, dude. I don't like it. Not one bit.
I could be wrong. Be wrong as hell. You know what I do? I stop talking to you because I'm wrong.
Yo, like, I wanted to post something so bad on the social site. Like, so we're not going to give the same energy to this person?
Absolutely not.
Like, so we just all crickets, huh? So
we have to, because how many people will actually want to admit that, especially they are wrong in this situation?
It just sucks, dude, because I'm paying for that.
I think we're all paying for it.
I mean, we all paying for it.
We're all paying for it in our own ways, and there's a thing that basically says we the people, and until we the people decide to come together and take a stand as a nation of Americans and not individuals, and actually see what's wrong and what the issues are, and what is leading us to our own personal demise. Because if America falls, there's nowhere else for anyone to go.
Yeah.
It's fleeing anywhere of some type of tumultuous area of terrain or whatever. So
Not
until
even
we
Canada?
get that, huh?
Not even Canada? Some, not all, probably.
There's nowhere to go. I'll put it like this. As
That's-
much as we've seen it start to get trampled on, there's no other country that has a First Amendment or a Second Amendment. If the First Amendment fails and the Second Amendment fails, there is nothing for anyone that's fleeing a country of disturbia, so to speak, to go to. That's why a lot of people flee to this country for that. Some may take advantage of it, but then you have some people that respect and honor everything that this comes with. And
Yeah.
that's what we're basically seeing. My fault. I want to rant.
No, but this is the reason why we have these conversations, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just the way the world is going, where it's going, how it got to these points.
Right.
That you have to understand and got to start somewhere. Got to start somewhere to understand this stuff, yo.
And it starts here. It starts. A lot of this stuff starts locally. It starts in your neighborhoods. It starts in your town. It starts in your city. It starts there. Before you can jump out and try to save everybody else, if your area isn't taken care of.
Then yeah.
What is it for? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Speaking on that, G Herbal.
Oh,
you heard that
No,
whole thing that's been going on
with
this last week.
What happened with G?
So he has a associate that is pretty much calling him out. I think the dude name is Cairo, and he's part of his crew he grew up with or whatnot.
Okay.
And
Where is G
Chicago.
from? Okay, so
Chicago.
he's from Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay. So he part of
So the guy, I guess, is on the internet now is pretty much saying Herb ain't never do anything for his area, never put nothing on nobody books or nothing. Like it's just like you say. Do you? So coming from Chicago and coming from a lifestyle of crime or violence,
I got family in. I got.
and you got family in Chicago. And now speaking
right,
but speaking on what we just spoke on, it's trying to build a change. It starts within your community.
It starts with.
Would you?
Now I'm going to take a lot of slack for saying this. It starts with less OGs, more elders.
Yes. So would he be wrong if he did not no longer, after all your friends die, are you wrong or right
For not going back?
for not only not going back, but not adding to the more of the cost? Meaning, I'm not supplying y'all with weapons and drugs and dope because that's what got all of us killed in the first place.
I think it comes.
So it's like a scale. It's like good, bad, because it's like damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Right. Do I leave my area in progress and become the best me that I can be, or take responsibility in knowing what the situation is, where I came from, and try to make it better for the younger ones that are coming up at the same positions that I was in?
Which is more so being spoke on in your music. You know what I mean? That's being spoke on it. Or do you become a labeled a sucker because you just refuse to put all that stuff back into your neighborhood? Like, I want to work on me.
I understand that.
Like, what good am I to anybody else if I'm not good for myself? And I learned that throughout these years. Stop doing things for other people thinking that that's going to bring you enjoyment. It's temporary enjoyment.
It's a temporary fix.
It's temporary. For you, it's temporary. For them, it's a lifetime change. For you, it's a temporary happiness.
Now, you have to understand also, do I decide, after I do what I do I go back home? In the sense of saying, do I go back to my block? Am I still hanging? Knowing that I'm in a position, knowing this is what I receive in pay or whatever for my job, do I still go back on my old block and continue doing what I was doing? Or do I understand what the atmosphere is and do I want to change it?
Or
and when I know what comes, see, because this is the thing with those kind of situations. You know when you take that step into trying to change that area, it's going to be a lot harder to clean it up than what it was into you getting involved with it. Because how do we get involved with being in the streets? I'm just hanging out with my boy. And then, I'm hanging out with my friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of those 6 dudes I'm hanging out with, maybe that one has a bad childhood that turns into a shooter.
Yep.
No, mommy, that's boo boo baba baba. And no, he won't do that. But boo boo baba got an issue.
And you don't see it.
And you know, you just look at him as your friend until he get caught up finally from being a part of that. And you like this. Wow. I just thought we was just being friends and being cool, not knowing that he got those issues.
He got a motive.
He has a motive, and it's not even a motive in the sense of him doing it because he wants to. It's just that he became a product of the environment that he was in. So in the essence of you clean up your area, your neighborhood, there's a lot that's gonna come with it, and we're not even talking about locally.
Now,
because it's a global thing.
Now let's go take it a step further. You ousting this man for not helping, but also can we start looking into extortion?
It's always a big part.
These dudes is probably looking like, yo, listen, I got this person out of jail, I built this person out, I put this in the hood, I put this in the hood, I put this in the hood.
You're right.
Y'all all call me every single day.
It's amazing how that works, right?
Till this day, y'all all call me. And it's funny that we saying this, and I say extortion because when I watched one of those videos of the dude ousting him, he mentioned one of the guys calling her asking for 200, 150. Yo, y'all, 150,000, 200,000. You're asking for 200 G's.
That's not extortion to me.
And what is he going to supposed to tell his people when he filed taxes? Where'd that go?
Especially if I know, it's amazing. Once
we're due $200,000 of your money being withdrew out the bank. What do you say when it's time to pay taxes on that?
That's the bigger aspect of it.
What do you say when you have to pay taxes on that?
How many people actually think that far? Once again. Now, if you want to go,
so now you try.
Now, if you want to go to the aspect of going like into the situation of, yo, I'm looking out for my boy because he needs something and because I got it. Am I going to get it back? Yo, I remember listening to an interview with Mike Tyson. And he said he would have bread in his pockets, like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and people used to go and want to do his laundry just so they can get that bread out of his pocket. Mm-hmm. So can you imagine having some kind of stability and being like, yo,
and the guys call you,
yo, I'm gonna invest in this money with you, and then I give you this money, and then I give you like 10K, 11K because I got it, and I don't get no residual income off, and not even residual income. I don't get nothing from it. I just basically gave you 10K the front and blow in front of everybody the front like you got it. But because you my man, I'm gonna keep you around me because you my peoples. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen that 1,000 times.
You know, because my man said, "Oh, gonna be around." I gave it to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look out for him. But if I get at you and you don't make no type of comeback or no bounce back from that, man, it's like, yo, I'm giving you free money. I'm not an ATM.
That's extortion, man.
I don't know
You can help. Listen, I'm not giving nobody no 200,000. I ain't giving. Yo, ask it even for 50.
No,
it's like, yo, come on, dude. What do you need 50 G's for?
50 G's to.
If
you're asking me to invest in something that I know,
you better give me your business ID number, cause I'm sending the 1099 right to that joint.
We want to look out for each other so bad, from family.
I don't care.
From family to friends, we want to look out for each other and try to keep that. I keep my people close and my enemies close. That kind of nonsense rhetoric and stuff. We see that so much that the major view of what we see obscures all of that.
Yeah.
Yo, that's my man. I know he got this kind of thing going on. I know this is what he's in. He want me to invest in this building because of this, and this is what's going to come from it. But I know that that's what kind of person he is, so I would invest for it. Who is this? Yo, this booby. Yo, blah, blah, blah. Yo, you my man, I'm going to give it to you. You blow it, stunting in front of all kinds of people. Then I'm like this. I know I gave it to you. I knew you blew it, but I still keep you around. And when you ask for something else, I'm like this. I bet. You want a prime example? Look at Hammer.
Yep.
Everybody taken care of. Everybody eat. You know how when everybody eat, you go to sleep.
And Hammer get put on commercials.
And it's not even you get put on commercials. You kept that mentality of trying to take care of everyone. And you can't do that.
Yo, you know what's funny? Even till this day, is that justified for him? Like, I don't think
in the sense of what?
Like, have he even spoke out like, y'all, listen?
No,
I did.
He didn't have to. Because
you see what I'm saying? It's like, so you pretty much are telling people.
At the time, he basically did what he thought was right, and we see it all the time because we see it all the time. If I eat, everybody eat. But you have to remember, with everybody eating, it's not for the best benefit for you. It's the best benefit of them. What is the percentage of those people like, yo, you gave me this much, man, and I opened up a boo, or I did this and I did that. It's no, I got the money, I spend it. Trust me,
But that's where it go back to what you were saying earlier. We need less OGs and more elders.
Even when
you can't keep acting like an OG with millions of dollars. Listen, you're an elder now, Hammer.
No.
Tell these cats.
No, he doesn't.
Do we do it now? Tell these cats about financial stuff. Okay.
I believe he does.
I'm about to say, because if you don't do that, that defeats the purpose, man.
But it does. I believe he does, and I think that goes in a lot of aspects because we came in the area. We had dudes like Hammer. We had dudes like Primetime Deion Sanders. Well, I played Little League football right around the way, man, and everybody wanted to look like Primetime. You might have not even been that good. But you wanted to look good. You wanted to look like Deion. You wanted to have the fly gloves. You wanted to have that. But then it looks good. But then you hear about the financial aspects of a lot of guys because we do certain things with our money that we're not supposed to.
Yeah.
I'm still an example of it today. I'm still learning.
Oh, same here. I'm not saying I'm perfect.
Not at all. I'm a work in progress. But if you don't explain one of the reasons why you're in that, I don't even know if you know this. Hammer came out with a diss record about Jay-Z. Everybody usually used Hammer. Now, as we said it before, he wanted to take care of everybody and live a certain lifestyle. And there are people that made fun of him for that. For doing something like trying to put everybody on because you wanted to do what's right. And it backfired on him. But it backfired on him in the sense of being laughed at, not trying to do the right thing because you didn't have balance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I don't know, because I had to stop that too. The giving, and you had to sit back and it's funny because I'm a living example of that. I gave so much that I had to sit down.
Right.
Like, and get put to sleep. Like, dang, I can't.
How much can you give away before you be like, what do I have for myself?
Mm-hmm.
Well, everybody else is good. And that's the kind of like mind control game of it. Everybody else good, and everybody else is happy. And as long as I influence everybody else with being good, I'll suck it up and I'll work for it. And that shit hurt.
It hurts in all ways, and I think the biggest thing it hurts is your mental. Because your mental take a hit when it comes to that. Not you, your mental take a hit the most, because now you're instilling something in your brain that you're deeming is right, but in actuality is wrong. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not right or wrong, but it's like...
How many times do we justify bad situations?
Exactly, that's what I mean. Like, you're deeming it right, but you know it's wrong. Like...
Right. It comes with the territory.
Oh, man, that's...
And trying to do the right thing, it comes with the territory. It's either you're damned if you do it, you're damned if you don't. If I do it, this is the situation. If I don't do it, this is the situation. Where do I find balance in between?
I think you have to have, like your mindset, your life have to be somewhat situated for you to literally sit back and understand that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not learning as you go, you won't understand. You would just run with the same.
I don't want to learn as I go.
Mindset.
I want to continue to keep on living because there's nothing to live for.
And,
and that's the mindset. I'm just living. I'm just living.
And you know what I tell? You know what I tell people that say that near me? Get away from me.
You ain't got no line.
Get away from me.
That kind of energy. I don't want it because I've been through that energy.
Like,
and that energy is toxic. Cause I know what it. I know.
Like, I used to argue and scream out, I don't give a. I'll be dead by 21.
Yo, you right?
All day long. I'll be dead by 21. I'll be dead by. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be dead anyways by the next 6 months. You sit there and think like, are you nuts out your mind?
It's a quick. Especially living a certain lifestyle. It's a quick getaway, especially if you know.
You out your mind,
It's
man.
a quick getaway to get away with what you're running away from, and because it's
Can't keep running, man.
And you can run, but the aspect of that also is it's very selfish because what you're doing to other people and putting other people. Now you can do it. Do I advocate it? No, but you can do it. But in the essence of leaving something behind for others, and how they see you, how they remember you, because you decided to do it because you couldn't do it. The stigma that it leaves on everybody else is the most toxic part.
Yeah.
And that's the selfish part of it. Do you want to be selfish? Yeah. Do I understand it? 1,000,000,000%. Just like I'm sure you do.
Oh yeah, I get it.
And because there's so much, you have to understand and find out yourself that there's so much more that you're capable of and what you're able to do.
True.
Able to see. You have to find that within you. You have to circle yourself around people that want to have that for you. Even if that means you have to be the person that be the foundation to start it yourself for other people to see it.
And also, when one thing fell, that's not the end of the world. Or the second thing, the niche. I've been trying to find my niche with my personal channel with my family for so long. You would think a normal person would have gave up. A normal person would have said, I don't know, I'm going to just figure it out and do whatever I got to do. No, you have to keep going and finding, like you said, find your niche, find you. And it's funny, and it may sound corny, but the more and more I kept trying to find a niche, one of the niches came to this podcast. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it don't stop. I mean, even yourself, we was trying to figure this out before we even decided to do this together.
Right.
And it was one of them things where it was like you had something to bring to the table in the world, I had something to bring to the table in the world, and we were both trying to figure out how we can do that while we're both going through
whatever we're going through,
a life adjustments and what we're going through in life.
Two different paths and two different, you know what I'm saying?
And we just both was like, yo, maybe we should, why not have conversations like this on camera? Because we're not the only ones. I always say that, at least. Like, we're never the only ones that feel the way we feel.
I told you this before. You know, it's amazing how we seen our elders and stuff have to hold certain things in without being able to speak on them and just hold it in. And then when things happen, they don't know how to express it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're so used to having to hold things in to be. And I'm not even saying being a dick about it. I'm just being able to open up and express something. It's okay to have a significant other that you talk to or a person that you're dating. But when you have other males around you that are able to understand what you're saying and you're able to reciprocate that same energy towards them, it's a big difference. Things bad happen to you and you just only can go home and explain it that way. Or you don't want to explain it when you go home because you don't want to feel weak. Or you don't want to feel soft. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And you go to your boy. Now, mind you, when you say these things, you just can't go to a fucking Joe Schmo down the street and the information that you're going to get is going to just basically lead you to a freaking downward spiral.
Yeah.
But having someone that's able to be, I'm not even saying a little bit over you in a certain level, but have some kind of common sense that's able to give you a better conversation than what you're dealing with by yourself.
True.
You know, if that makes sense. You know.
No, it do make sense. It do make sense. That should make sense a lot. I'm gonna cuss y'all, so y'all gonna have to get over that. I'll censor some stuff out. That's why we're gonna be creating Patreons in the near future. So y'all get used to it.
Shut up. And while you're shutting up, when you're shutting up, put a shirt on, at least a button up. Yo.
Right.
Out of work jerks since they shut down Chippendales. Shout out to MF Doom. I just felt like saying that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. First episode again. This is 1 point. The medium episode of this is like the not even a medium. This is like what 1.2, 1.1B. What they say?
Yo,
1B.
Yo, this is like if you were playing Nintendo. This is level 1-2. Yep. This is do.
I swear, man. I can't believe I did that one day too, dude.
We don't talk. I don't know.
I can't believe that day that happened. I was like,
we was focused too.
Yo, my bad, bro. But we here though. We made it to the technically the second, but the first episode.
This is the tunnel level.
Yep. And the light. We seeing the light, man. We seeing the light.
Facts.
I don't know. Anything else you want to say today for at least this episode? Get everybody in the mood.
Last thing I can say is stay hungry and stay humble.
And keep learning. And stay positive, please. That's my take. You have to keep some positivity. And if you got any negativity going on, what I would do if I were you is find some sort of peace within that negativity. There's something good out of something. I refuse to believe that all negative and all bad is just 100% bad. There have to be some good in something. Not all ex-girlfriends were bad ex-girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? Like
that might have been you.
You learned something. You know what I mean? You learned something from that ex. Even if it was even if it's learning red flags. Even if it's learning even if it's learning red flags and what not to do and what to see from your future. You learned something from those. That's what I mean. Like You can dislike the person, and I'm not saying get back with that person ever again once they understand certain things, or you want.
I
No,
don't dislike none of them. I thank them for creating the monster that they created.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? And then had it not been for them, you wouldn't be walking into the life that you in now. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that one. Yeah.
So it's something,
and I'm quite sure it's vice versa for others. Because trust me, good grief, like Charlie Brown.
for real, dude. Like, so even if it's a job, you dislike the job. Listen,
Right.
that paycheck is giving you an opportunity to go actually seek another job.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
It's a stepping stone.
Meaning that paycheck is paying for your computer, that paycheck is paying for the Wi-Fi, that paycheck is paying for the cell
I
phone.
remember you told me make it work for you.
Yeah.
If I said that.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
I remember you told me that. And I
Well,
take that.
I said that, but I think I said it in a different way of turn your liabilities into assets.
Right.
This is a liability, and I turned it to an asset in two different ways. Not only am I making money from Uber with this cell phone, we're doing this together.
Right.
On a phone platform.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
You make your business calls is on here. Your arrangements, even if you want to learn something, it's kind of through here now. So turn your liability into an asset. If you want to learn how to hammer a nail into a wall, into some drywall, use your phone. Stop making this a liability.
Because you got it. Use it
to your best advantage. Yeah, use it to your best advantage. I mean, this laptop was used specifically for when I was going to school. And in the back of my head, I'm like, what else am I going to use it for? I'm out of school now. I'll do everything on this. So what good is this?
Right, makes sense.
Now, fast forward 3 years from now, or from that point, it's being used. It's being YouTube video. YouTube. And now I'm FaceTiming, I'm putting webcams, I have not edited from this laptop yet, but everything comes from this laptop.
Right.
So I turned the liability into, I'm turning it into an asset.
Right.
I would love for this to make me some money.
So make your life.
I would love to make this some money. Or I would love for this to make me some money, rather. You know what I mean? You have to turn your liabilities into assets. And that's what I mean when I say find something good within the bad. Listen, you got fired from a job. That job probably broke your skin out. That job probably cost you a relationship with your son, your daughter, your wife. It probably did something. Yo, just say, okay, I got fired, but now I have an opportunity at least for 1 week to build the relationship with my son. That way he can understand, or daughter or whoever. That way they can understand what I was doing during those times that I was doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now you have that opportunity of saying, okay, I got fired, but I just built a relationship with my son that hated my guts, and I just fixed it in 1 week.
That's deep.
You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by making it work for you. Looking for something good inside the bag, because there's something good inside of it somehow, some way.
There's some good inside.
I don't care. The last podcast, we unfortunately it didn't exist because of just one slight mistake. I learned from that though. You know what I mean? I didn't beat myself up from it. I ain't want to make that phone call to you and be like, "Yo,
bro, in the morning.
My bad."
Right.
But I've seen it first thing in the morning, and I'm like, who am I to want to wait?
But understanding
that Monday or that Tuesday and be like,
understanding the essence of how do you say it? Understanding what real is.
Yeah.
And knowing that you were able to call and say that and being like, yo, it has to be done again. Because, oh man, I can't believe you're supposed to be the, you know how it goes. So quick to point other fingers
Yep.
but won't put no type of effort into the program of you
Yeah.
doing anything about it. So that's never have been me
But-
in the situation. You know what I'm saying?
And even then, with that situation, today came about, and what we even did that day, we didn't even have to do today.
no,
Because I already had like set up a lot of the stuff. Like, yo, why do I have to wait for this man to come to move the couch, to move this, to move that, and da-da-da-da. I just jumped in and just.
I know what I got to do.
I know what I gotta do.
I'm new to this. Watching you do it is watching you do this is inspiring to me
Yeah.
because it gives me a sense of wanting to do certain things a certain way that I wasn't able to do before.
Correct.
So it's a piggybacking thing. It's a motivation thing of understanding. As long as, now mind you, what you're going to say is not for everybody. Not everybody's going to understand it. Not everybody's going to reciprocate towards it or whatever it may be. But if you're willing to say what you're going to say with all truth, love, and understanding, and in the best of your knowledge, then that's what it is.
Yep. I get it, man. I understand 100%.
All right.
For real, dude. So, we're going to wrap this up. Episode 1B. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know if there's anything else we need to talk about instead of just next week, man, or the week after. We got some talking to do this weekend, man. This week.
I actually was told it's better for us to do it every week until we decide to do it every other week, because my lawyer told me we have to build a fan base.
Gotcha.
So building a fan base consistently is what we need to do. And then from that point, we'll ride that wave afterwards. Ow.
Which makes sense. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Because even when you... Dang, I didn't even think about that way. Like, even with my your personal channels and stuff like that, you sit there.
This is what my lawyer told me.
No, seriously, but you sit there and you hear people say,
I don't have to pay for this lawyer.
one video a week, one person, do one video a week, do this and that, and it's like, no, you got to build the foundation. You have to build the fan base.
And listen to her tell me that, I was like
that makes
sense.
it makes sense, and it's not that hard. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it's not like
it's
just taking time to do something and unlazying yourself.
Facts.
That's pretty much what it is, man.
Most definitely.
All right, man. So, we thank you all for joining in today. It's been a pleasure. Definitely been a pleasure. And again, if you hear anything, you want to give suggestions, just shout us out. We're going to be starting to throw some names out there, some email addresses, some social platforms. We will start throwing those on the page, on the screen as we go. And teach us how we can actually get better with this, which I want to see.
Help me, help you, help me.
And help me, help you, help me, help him to help me to make sure I stay on my stuff, man. For real.
Man.
For real. But if it's anything y'all want us to say, want us to hear, if it's anything that you think how we should say it, when we should say it, roll out backgrounds, backdrops. I don't know. I don't care. Any idea is a good idea for me.
Definitely.
That's how I look at it. So if y'all got any suggestions with anything, please give us a shout out. Please write it in the comments. If we don't have our social sites on available, just write a comment, please, and I'll be more than likely to reply right back.
Every little bit counts.
Everything counts. So yeah. So see y'all next week, man. All right.
See you.